In this video, we're going to see if it's possible to earn the maximum amount of credits from Gran Turismo's 3 highest paying tracks in the same car in less than 90 minutes. And as we get into the technical bits of this money build challenge, let's start off with the tracks. And these are the 3 that we're going to be racing on. The World Touring Car 600, that, as you may all know, is Tokyo Expressway, followed by the World Touring Car 800, a SARDEGNA road track, and we're going to finish off at Le Mans with the Touring Car 700, which is a 30-minute time trial race. These are good races, and when I said maximum credits, I don't just mean the maximum credits there, I mean maximum credits including getting clean race bonus on all 3 tracks. And I can already hear some of you saying, but Phantax, most of us have done these endurance races and money builds, it's not that difficult. Well, the difficult part comes up now. You see, you've got to do all 3 non-stop. From the time you press start on your first race to the time you cross the finish line in race number 3, you do not stop that stopwatch. You've got to go continuous, and that includes no pausing in between races. Straight from one to the next so no toilet breaks, no answering the phone, you've just got to go for it. And it's not just the time limitation that's difficult, it's your vehicle, because you're only allowed to use one car, the same car for all 3 races. Now that's quite difficult when you have to pick a car that you can fit into 3 different PP categories, and for that we're going to need something, well, just a little bit special. And here it is, the LM55 VGT by Mazda. Quite possibly my favourite money build credit earning car in all of Gran Turismo 7. And trust me, it's a beauty. Now, I'm not going to bore you going into the details of setup for each car. Obviously, you're going to need a 600, 700 and 800 PP build, depending which circuit you're going on. So, feel free to pause this video and have a look at my setup. Assuming you use the same car as me, that is. And we are going. Now, there's a couple of pointers with Tokyo Expressway, mainly regarding the clean race bonus. This is the track out of all 3 you're most likely to lose it on, because you can A, get hit by the AI or collide with the AI yourself, and that will invalidate your clean race bonus. There's also a certain part of the track which you mustn't go over, but I'll show you that in a little while. Now, don't worry about the AI cars being faster than you, because on this track, because we've had to lower the build so much, they will be, but we will soon make that time up later on when they start pitting. Now, as we're on this particular part of the track, remember I said there's a second way you can lose your clean race bonus? Well, there it is, that white line there. And do not, I repeat, do not cross or go over that white line, because you will lose your clean race bonus. In fact, don't even put a tyre over that line. And talking of tyres, well, it's quite convenient, because now is when the AI starts doing their pit stops at the end of lap 4. And this is where this car, this build now starts to shine, because the AI have to make pit stops. We don't. We don't need to refuel, we don't need to change tyres, and you will just start making up some places. And talking of places, those AI that didn't pit already will now pit on lap 6, and you just slot straight into the lead, and from here on it's just you and a few laps until the finish line. And that gives us our first win in a time of 27 minutes 13.9, which means we're still on schedule. But let's not get too relaxed yet, we've still got 2 races to go. So quickly, enjoy the credits and let's crack on. And now we have race 2, which I chose to be SARDEGNA. The simple fact is, I love this track, and with this car and combo, you are going to absolutely annihilate the competition. Doesn't matter what they're driving, doesn't matter what their pit strategies, you are going to go past them like they're not even there. Now, by the time you get to lap 3, maybe lap 4, you are going to be in the lead of this race, and then it's pretty much hasta la vista to the AI, because you're not going to see them again. In fact, the only thing you need to concentrate on now is a pit stop, which we will be taking at the end of lap 8. Now, don't bother with tyres, you don't need them, just pull in, max out your fuel and then set off and head for the finish line. And that finish line will come around more quickly than you realise because of this car, this build, you won't have ever seen the AI. Well, unless of course you are lapping them, and that gives us a finish time of 25 minutes 37 seconds 0.5, which means 2 races in under an hour. We are well on target. And now we come to our third and final race, Le Mans, which, unlike the other 2 races, is not a set number of laps, it's a 30-minute endurance race. But still, this is one of my favourite races because it's normally simple. Just put your foot down to start with, wait until it rains, put on the wet tyres and go to the end. And normally, that's enough to get you a simple win. Only, it didn't work out quite like that for me in this race. See, normally, this race is simple. Drive really fast to start with and keep an eye on the weather radar. As soon as you see some rain coming in, like we do here, you know you're going to pull into the pits at your next stop and put your wet weather tyres on, and normally you're golden. So that's exactly what I did. Now normally the second half of this race is really simple, just drive to the end. But no, not for me. It went from dry to wet, back to dry, back to wet, and then eventually, yeah, you guessed it, it went back to dry again. I hadn't got a clue what the weather was doing. And now we'll jump ahead to lap 6. Now normally lap 6 is my favourite lap of this entire race because normally I will just drive up to the finish line and wait, because by this time normally I'm that far ahead, probably even a lap ahead of the opposition, that I can just sit and wait for the timer. I don't have to bother doing any more laps. Only not today. Because of the way the weather kept changing backwards and forwards, I was forced to do a lap 7. I mean, how rude. Okay, so having to run an extra lap wouldn't normally be that much of a hassle, but today I'm on a time limit. I only had 90 minutes to do all 3 races. I don't have time to do another lap. And after what seemed like an absolute age, I completed the 7th lap. And that was a good win. But was it good enough? Well, yeah, it was good enough to get the win, and it was good enough to get my clean race bonus, which means I got 3 all bonuses. But what about the overall time? Yes, get in there. 1 hour, 27 minutes, 53 seconds, 0.3. Not bad. Not bad at all. And what does that mean in terms of credits? Well, we managed to win all 3 races and we got the clean race bonus for all 3 races. So that gives us a grand total of 2,377,500 credits. And that took us just a little over 87 minutes. Now, those of you who subscribe to me or have seen some of my previous videos will know I like to have a bit of fun with my fellow content creators. And so now I'm throwing out a challenge. And that challenge goes out to a couple of guys who I'm sure you'd have heard of. Both of whom make similar content to what you're watching now. Both of whom are nice guys. And they are Chunky Ribena and Phantax. Both of whom really nice guys and do some great content, so make sure you head over and have a look at their channels and subscribe to them if you're not already. Now back to the challenge. Come on guys, I challenge you two to do the triple faster than I did it, which shouldn't be difficult because I reckon I can knock at least a minute off Le Mans, but you have to follow the rules. Just 1 car for all 3 races, whichever one car you want to use, that's up to you. Only fair, I chose the one I liked the best. Rule number 2, you're not allowed to stop or pause from the start of the first race until you finish the last race. And rule number 3, you must earn the clean race bonus in all 3 races to get the maximum amount of credits. So come on guys, step up, let's see how good you are. Well, that's pretty much it. Just remember you guys, please hit those like and subscribe buttons. It lets me know that all the work that goes into these videos is appreciated and it helps out the channel. Now, if you decide to have a go at the triple yourself, leave a comment down below. Let me know how you got on. Let me know what your time was. Let me know what car and builds you use. I really would like to hear how you guys get on with it. For more great videos like this one, follow this link. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.